Glad to have you with us from Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. All games might count the same, but some carry a little more juice. And when you get to this point in the season, a couple of teams in the top 10 fighting for their playoff lives and positioning, this one feels a little special. It's the SMU Mustangs and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sideline, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
I caught up with the SMU head coach before the game. He understands that they are walking into a very difficult situation today. Their opponents have a big winning streak on hand, but so do they. He said, I believe that we can come and set the tone early. Look for them to be very balanced in their play calling, show why they've won these games 3 in a row, and really set the tone here early in the first quarter. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. And the Longhorns ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. On the return, it's Hale. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Trying to tackle this guy's a business decision as he gets it up to the 29. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today, though.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Jennings. Right side, it's Cooper. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than quarterback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the corner.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Out wide left, it's Hale. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
Well, Kevin Jennings has a high ceiling, David, and we've seen throughout his career when he's playing well, this offense is lights out. This is a guy who's quarterbacked this team to a college football playoff already, but there have been some dips as well. He's got to limit the mistakes. I think that's the whole key this season. Staying healthy, limiting the turnovers. If they do that, they'll be laughing on offense.
And he's not the biggest guy in the world, but his athletic ability really shines through. You just want to see him be more patient in the pocket. Like, make those easy plays. You don't have to always be fading away and make it hard on yourself. But the one thing you know about this offense, it's fast and it's fun. And this is a guy that can scramble around and make big plays.
Keeps it on the ground. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Got Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee so that they put you in the college football playoff.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering, more people are talking about it, more people are spreading it. So obviously to do it on this stage will go a long way to determining whether this team gets in the playoff. And a nice crisp run, great job. Maybe expecting pass, on second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Now they'll try the right side. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they makes the grab in their space. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
Handoff to the single back. Down he goes.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Ninth play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a third down. Quarterback keeper. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Got enough for the first down. Turning on the Jets. The 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Texas. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Gets it almost to the 30-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 29, and a solid return there. They'll run it. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. And they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Going with the ground game left. He's dropped.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. He'll pull it down and run. Turns it on in midfield. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
3rd down, I got this. I'll take this myself. He makes the read quickly. He calls his number. He has confidence in himself. Goes and gets the 1st down.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. He's loose down the middle. To the house. Touchdown, Mustangs.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the point after is good. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. A give to Brown. Pass to 6. At the 35, he's loose. A huge pickup, knocked out of bounds at the 30, but they are in business.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
Yeah, I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
First down, right back to Brown. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You know, God bless Texas, because they can lose great running backs, and they just go into the portal and they get a great running back. Oh, no. They got 2 great running backs. To get Smothers, to get Brown to come over, obviously guys with experience at big-time universities, I expect Texas to be able to run the football and, Jesse, have one of the best 1-2 punches in all of college football.
Yeah, I mean, they want to come play with Arch Manning, let's be honest. And they know it's an offense that defenses are going to be worried about the deep ball, throwing it downfield. So a lot of soft boxes to run into, and there's really no excuse for why these running backs shouldn't absolutely stat it up this year. Steve Sarkisian told us they're going to be committed to running the football and having balance. Because of those names he just mentioned, we're expecting this running game to be elite. One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
Going to the run, it's Smothers. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Here's Manning to throw. He's got it on the run. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6 plays.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn! And they add 6 more on the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it out. It's Hale. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Mustangs offense is ready to go on the attack. To the air, it's Jennings. Got the quick pass. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Brought down after the huge gain gets this offense set up at the 27.
Man, is it nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, short pass, but he has such speed, elusiveness, vision, the whole 9. He shows you all of it right there. Catches the football, makes some people miss, gets upfield, and gets the long gain. That is so nice for a quarterback to throw it short, but you get all those yards after the catch.
They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
And this offense is kind of showing you a little bit of everything, but putting big plays together, really getting their momentum going. This ground attack now, you watch. They've got a little bit of everything, man. The balance, the structure, the play calling. Right now, they're in a really good rhythm.
The Mustangs trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Beck's going for the goal line. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
If first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Back has it. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. Looking to convert. They'll go to the Wildcat. Snap to the back. Touchdown, SMU! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Brown. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Arch Madness. Lets it fly. Left side, it's Brown. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways to get that fast dude in space.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Snags it. Still running at the 40. Smashes ahead. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
That was a really nice throw down the field. This is a quarterback who prides himself on his downfield accuracy, and that's a play they desperately needed here. Not a lot of time left at the end of the 1st half, but that big completion now puts them in range to score some points here at the end of the half.
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to Brown. Turning it on! And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Coleman. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Here's Arch to throw. Got him downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Longhorns, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Takes the handoff. It smothers. He's pulled down after a tough run. Gets it to the 6. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Lets it fly. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Never a doubt. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. We start with Notre Dame taking on the #1 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's the Fighting Irish coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. They continue to run roughshod over the opposition. They're now 9-1 on the season.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Slips through his hands and incomplete, and they had everything set up for the screen except the catch.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Manning lines up in the gun on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Really nice job by the defense. Here in the second half, they've got to have the mentality with the lead If we just don't give up any more points, we get the W. We got to make big plays on third down. They made a big one there.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Fourth down, Manning. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. He recovers the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, in this situation, the only offensive player who can advance the fumble is the guy who dropped it. SMU's offense headed out onto the field to start this drive. He'll try the left side. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Caught in the backfield, it's Green. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. Great job by the quarterback to beat the blitz by getting rid of the football, and as a bonus, they get the first down.
Yeah, that's a good example of a quarterback knowing where his answers are. He sees the blitz coming, he finds his running back running out of the backfield, and they're able to make that defense pay.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Looking to throw, it's Jennings. He's got him in the flat. He's going for the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
On the move. He's brought down, not even close to the goal line, and that two-point conversion attempt goes awry.
SMU 26, Texas 14. Number 99, set to kick off.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Running inside. It's Smothers. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. The Longhorns want to crank the tempo. Motion from the wide receiver.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Today, it's not been easy throwing the ball. You got to give this defense credit because on the back end, they have been there. They have been in the hip pocket of these receivers, making completions very, very difficult to come by. That time, two guys go up for it, and the defense wins again.
To throw, Manning. Unloads to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
You got to give the defense credit here because they came out here in the second half with the goal of putting the clamps on this passing attack, and they have not allowed a completion yet in the third quarter. This offense has thrown it time and time again. Nothing there.
And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Manning to the air again. They're all over it. Got his man. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Oh, pressure's coming. And they got him.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Really need to find a productive play this time on second and long. Manning. The sure hands, it's blocking. They've got him corralled.
And that's better protection up front by these guys. You give up a sack the play before, you got to give your quarterback some time. They do. And another thing that I really like, guys, what he did right here, you don't have to take a shot. You don't have to get it all back in one play. Nice job getting it out of your hands and now making the third down very manageable.
The Longhorns are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Trying to run, it's Smothers. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on fourth down.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures.
Love the call going RPO here on fourth and short. How about the running back? This is a guy that gets the tough yards. He finds ways to get those hidden yards. He can... Pile drive the legs. Showed you that right there.
And the Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Smothers. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Brown running left. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Touchdown, Texas! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And
a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
Number 96, sets a kick this morning.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Tells to run, wants to pass. Buying a little time to his left. Out wide left, it's Smith. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a nice job by the quarterback there. Of course, he's right-handed, but there he is scrambling and rolling to his left. It's not easy to be accurate when you're doing it, but he's able to put that right on target for the completion.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. They'll send the back in motion. Snap to the back. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They want to run it left here. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Moving the pocket, it's Jennings. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. He's going to run it. At midfield, he's got room. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that third and long.
And how nice is it to just have a quarterback that you believe in, that you can trust, you can put it in his hands on third down to make the right decision. You've got the lead, and you've got your guy. He sees it, nothing open, tucks it, gets a huge third down conversion for this offense.
They'll try it over the left side. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time. Blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Keep it on the ground. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
3rd and long right here. Just going to keep it after the snap. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
4th down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Left side, it's Knight. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on 4th down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. He's past the marker. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. This offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Knocked down in the backfield 2 yards behind the line.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Out wide left, it's Knight. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Throwing Manning. That one comes out hot down the right side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Normally, I would say 4th and short on your own side of the field, you punt the ball away, but we're in the 4th quarter, and they need to keep this drive going to win. I say go for it.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Motion from the wideout. Manning to throw for it on 4th. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. You put it all on display on that side.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. And the Mustangs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. On the run, it's Green. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. No wasted time as the defense uses a timeout here. 1:54 left to play. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Good timing on the quick out. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains. Touchdown, SMU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Arch is going to throw for it. Fires to the middle. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Back to throw, it's Manning. Fires to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Making the adjustment on the play. And back to the air on second down. Card in the backfield. It's Smothers. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
Third down from the gun, Manning. Reels it in. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the...
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Throws to the wideout. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going.
You got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one and to keep the drive alive.
And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Here's Manning to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
They were on the move, but two straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Going to work in the air, it's Manning. Caught. And he's not going to get the first down. Good stop there. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. They've already converted once on 4th down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere 4-down territory. Rush right in his face. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really